Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get going. My name is Lynn Wilson, and I am the Business Development Specialist for the IDRS Acorn Project. So we provide entrepreneurial training and technical assistance to Native Americans throughout the United States, but we work primarily in California, Nevada, and Oklahoma. So we are hosting this webinar today. If you guys have not been part of this webinar series, this is Roxanne Best, and she is going to be delivering some kind of social media topic for us on a monthly basis throughout the rest of the year. You have there on your screen our website, nativebiz.org. So if you are interested in learning more about the training that we have available or signing up for personal technical assistance, which is free to anyone that is Native American, please go ahead and visit our page, nativebiz.org. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on over to Roxanne to get us started on today's topic.
Hi, everyone. My name is Roxanne Best. Welcome to our class today on using Canva to create promotional materials for your business. And I'm super excited to share this with you. I have been using Canva for over 5 years now, since it became a thing. People used to think I was crazy when I'd recommend that they use Canva. And, it has turned into such a huge tool that so many businesses use all over the world, all over the country. And I'd like to say that I've personally, helped to build this organization by recommending it in just about every class or training that I teach. And, but, a lot of times we aren't really sure what Canva is. And so this class, we're going to go over and just discuss what Canva actually is, what we can use it for, how to set up an account, using a free account versus a paid account. And then we're going to do some very specific design things. We're going to design a Facebook cover for a Facebook page. We're going to design an Instagram post. And we're also going to design, excuse me, I speak English, I really do, an Instagram and Facebook story post. And I didn't clarify that in my slide here. And then if we have time, we'll do some additional things in the design process that I think are super valuable. But these are some basic things that I think we all should be able to do in Canva. And if you can do these things, you'll be able to develop skills that will be so beneficial for you in your career. So what is Canva? Canva is a graphic design platform that's used to create social media graphics, presentations, posters, documents, basically any visual content that you need for your business. There's pre-designed templates that you can just add your information. The platform is free to use and offers paid subscriptions like Canva Pro and Canva for Enterprise for additional functionality. So the free version, obviously, they always have fewer options to use. There is a 30-day free trial where you can try Canva Pro. So here's some of the pricing structures for Canva. And, if I'm, being completely honest, I used to pay for the full Adobe suite. Now, Adobe is an amazing program where you can do some serious design work in that program. And if you're an expert in that design program, then you probably want to stick with that. But for $120 a year, like $119.99, you can create really simple, streamlined designs for your business and at a fraction of the cost. For the full Adobe suite, you're looking at about a little bit under $60 a month. It's about $57 a month. You get Photoshop, you get everything. But, after 2 months, you've already paid for a full year of Canva Pro. And if this is something that you're not using every single day for your business, this makes a lot more sense, and it makes a lot more sense in our budget. The Enterprise, this has everything that the Pro has, but you can create more visual identity with your brand, with logos, colors, fonts, and all of that stuff. You can create a team and have access to your branding kits. You can also, you just basically get more control, and it empowers your teams that might be working together. This would be for bigger organizations that have multiple people contributing to their designs. The free version is a super powerful tool in and of itself. There's over 250,000 free templates for you to use. There's over 100 designs for social media, presentations, letterhead, business cards. There's so many different design options. And there's tons of free photos, free graphics that you can use as well. And you can invite members to your team if you need to, and you can collaborate and comment in real time. And then you get 5 gigabytes of free storage. I think one of the other bonuses of having the pro version is that 100 gigabyte of cloud storage, which, you know, that means that I don't have to save everything in my, where I pay for storage, which is like in my Google account or my Gmail, my Google Drive, or, you know, exporting it into external hard drives, which is what I normally do. So in order to set up an account, it's really easy. I've included a short link here. This is a link that I use to, you will get some bonuses and I will get some bonuses. I use a pro account. So I don't really use bonuses anymore, but just the fact that you'll be able to get some bonuses by signing up with Canva using that bit.ly link. It's bit.ly/31E100H. And you don't have to use that link, but if you do, you'll get some bonuses. So here's just some designs that I've created using Canva. And some of these designs I've used on my website. Some of them I've used on my YouTube channel. Some of them on Facebook for a Facebook group. Some of them are Instagram posts. Some things are things I've designed for IDRS Acorn Project social media pages. And we're just going to walk through a few of these designs and how you can create them on your own. So we're going to create a Facebook cover. We're going to create an Instagram post, and we're going to create a Facebook and Instagram story. And if we have more time at the end of that process, we'll open up for more questions. I'll show you how to remove backgrounds and use filters and do some different things with text. What I hope that you're going to take away from this class is, first of all, how to set up your Canva account. And then second of all, how to find templates that work for what you're looking for, and how to use custom dimensions. So if you need a custom size, like I know when I'm putting things into my website, there's certain sizes that I want things to be, and I can create custom dimensions that will allow us to do that. I'll show you how to save your designs to your computer or just save them in Canva. If you have images that are specific to your business or organization, there is a way to upload those images into Canva. You can, we'll go over how to change text and how to animate a design. If you want to animate it, you can create GIFs in Canva now, which is pretty awesome. And the background that I'm using right now is a virtual background that I created in Canva. And the only thing I did was I moved the flowers out a little bit wider. It's a template that Canva has. And I just added the logos, the IDRS Acorn Project logo, my photography business logo, and the Canva logo. Everything else was already created. I just moved things around a little bit to make the things that I wanted to fit. And I want to show you guys how to do that as well. And that is really the end of the slides. So I want to go back, and I'm just going to start screen sharing. I just want to make sure I'm in the right place for us to go ahead and look at some things on Canva. Hold on, I'm going to go back to home. Actually, first I'm going to log out here.
While you're doing that, Roxanne, Mary asked a question. Can we send the bit.ly link to sign up for Canva and get bonuses?
Yes, I will add that to the chat box. I will actually
or if you want, I can send it whenever I send the follow-up email. So
okay, yeah, no, that would probably work a lot easier, and I will do my best to find it in the chat as well and post it in the chat. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. Now I'm going to screen share my Google Chrome. And so when you click on Canva to start your account, you there's a few different ways that you can create your account. You can, if you already have a Gmail account, you can just log in using Google. If you already have a Facebook account, you can just log in using Facebook. Some of the bonuses to these is you can link some of those accounts. If you have an Apple, I use Apple products, so I could use my Apple ID to log in as well. Or if you just want to email or use your email address and create your own password and not have it linked to any of your other accounts, then you would want to do this bottom version. So you can, if you're new to Canva, you just click on sign up, and then you decide which version, sign up with Google, sign up with Facebook, or sign up with email. I already have an account, but what you want to do when you sign up is there are going to be some, let's see, I'm going to try this. The problem is that I've already used all my emails and demonstrations, but let's just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just log into, oh wait, I already have an account. So it's just going to log me in because I already have an account. So this is what the pro version of Canva looks like. And the sign up process is easy as just going through, entering in your email address or using that Google link or your Facebook link to sign up. And then it will ask you for a credit card for that 30-day free trial. If you, at the end of the 30-day free trial, if you don't want to continue, then you just opt out of the paid option, and then you'll just go right into the free option. The key is to make sure that you set an alert, and Canva's really good about sending you emails and information about, okay, your trial is ending. Or for me, since I've been using it for over 5 years now, it sends me email saying we're going to 30 days before. In 30 days, your Canva account will be renewing. Make sure your credit card and information is up to date. And if you are a nonprofit or an education, if you have an EDU email extension, then you qualify for free Canva Pro. So there is an application process for that. And it's a really, I've been told it's a really simple process. But so Canva is, again, this is the place I go to do all of my social media design graphic stuff. And as you can see on the screen here, this is what the home screen looks like. And there's a For You up here on the top. You can see the different options for creating the work. If I want to create some marketing materials, if I click on that, then everything down here is going to turn into marketing material options. And things like if I want to create a ticket because I'm selling tickets to an event, which yay, hopefully we're all going to be getting to go to live events again and buy tickets. And so you can create those unique things. If you want to create a coupon, I've used it to create gift certificates, all different types of things here that relate to marketing. You can create print products. And another cool addition that Canva just created, I think it was last year, is you can use them to print all of your things as well. And it's not such a bad price. I had a couple t-shirts created, and they're not terrible quality. They're not the greatest quality either, but they definitely, for the price, and if you need just one or two of an item, it isn't a bad way to go. So you can create your business cards, a mug design, if you're having something printed on canvas. So these are all the different print product options that Canva offers. And, I had my t-shirt made about 6 months ago. So the quality of the t-shirts may have changed. I did it right when they released it because I just wanted to check the quality. So I'll probably do some more things again. So you can have all these things printed by Canva. So you can see all these different options. And if let's say we want to create a brochure. Now we can use this template, but it doesn't mean that we have to use Canva to print it. Once we get to that point, I will show you. And then if you look over here on the side, I don't know if you've ever made a trifold brochure before, but or 3-panel brochure, whatever terminology you want to use. But getting those sections perfectly divided isn't always the easiest thing unless you already have a template created. And that's one thing I love about Canva is everything is done for you. So let's say that I want to have 3 distinct divisions. I can pick this template. Let's go ahead and insert that. And then I can make any changes internally to this brochure that I want. I can change the background image. I can add effects to this design. And you can see it's working now to make those changes. And my computer's doing a lot of things right now, so it might take a little bit of time. So you can see it made that change that I selected. So it makes it just a little bit more unique to my brand or my business. And now the font doesn't pop very well, but we can change that too. But let's say I don't like that, I can do an undo. So you can do that with these arrows up here. On a Mac, it's Command Z, or I think on PCs it's Control Z or Option Z. Or let's say I want to redo it, I can do Shift Command Z, or I can just hit the button. And so that's another cool thing about Canva. So I'm going to go ahead and go back. And so if you look up at the top, you'll see that a new tab opened when I created this template. And just because we're here and I jumped on this and I didn't mean to, if I want to use the back side of this for this printing, I can add another slide, and then I'm just going to click that second image. So I was over in that panel on the left side. And now I have the front and back print options for my brochure. And again, we would just customize all the things inside of this to be the colors that we like. What we're looking at is basically the format. You can also look for the color templates or color palettes as well. But what I generally do when I'm looking for these through these templates is what structure, what format do I really like based on the images that I'm going to be using. What makes sense for my business. If I was doing a list of services and I only had 1, 2, 3 services that I wanted to feature, or products that I'm featuring in my brochure, this would be a great design because it's already featuring 3 products. I just have to change the font and all the information. Change the text, change the copy, change the image to fit my business. But anyway, so I can leave that open and then click back on the home screen. So if let's say I want to go back and work on this, I can leave these tabs open, but let's say I accidentally close it. And the other cool thing that Canva does is it automatically saves our designs. So if I go to all of my designs, it's not there yet. I'm going to be sad if I wasn't on it long enough, but Canva usually saves everything. So you can see all the things that I've been working on are here. And if I wanted to reuse a template or do something, like a lot of these are things that I use to create for my website. And, Facebook group covers. This is another demo I did for another class. But so we're going to go ahead and jump back into the timeline because I want to make sure that we stick to our schedule. So one of the things, so here it is. So I closed that tab on accident and I just refreshed. And then that brochure that I was working on just appears in all of my designs. So what I want us to do is to create a Facebook post. So there's a couple of different ways that we can get to that place. If you go up to the top and go to templates, and I'm just hovering over that, and then this drop down comes up and I can select, like if I want to do a social media post, I can pick Instagram story, Instagram post, or a Facebook post. The first thing that we want to do is create a Facebook post. So I clicked on Facebook post and now all of these templates open up. And so all I have to do is scroll through here. Let's say I want to do a post about Easter. And if I want to get more specific, I can go up to that search bar and type in Facebook posts Easter, E-A-S-T-E-R. I can spell. And so now all I'm seeing are some template options for Easter Facebook posts. So I didn't say this before, but another one of the bonuses, and if you've been doing social media for a long time, creating posts and content for social media, back in the day, one of the most frustrating things, and still for anyone who doesn't use Canva, I have almost forgotten that this was a pain point for creating posts for social medias. You'd create this beautiful Facebook cover for your page, and then you would put it up there, and then half the picture would be off, like nothing fit correctly. And the same thing would happen for Facebook posts, and even more so for Instagram. And the cool thing about Canva is it automatically creates the correct size for whatever platform you're using. So if I select an Instagram post, it will be a square post. If I want to create a YouTube thumbnail image for my YouTube videos, I can select YouTube thumbnail video or video thumbnails. If I want to create a banner for my Facebook group, it gives me the size for a banner for a Facebook group. So anyway, so let's pretend we want to create a Facebook post for Easter. We're gonna pick something that we can play with a little bit. Let me see. So I'm kind of digging this. We're gonna go ahead and pick this. I even like this image, but so it gives us like this color palette. If let's say we just like the color palette, the other cool thing is if we wanted to create a brand style based on this color palette, we could take all these numbers that are popping up above the colors as we scroll over them. If you look down below design details, it gives you that color palette, and you can add that to your branding kit in Canva, and then it will automatically generate things based on these colors. And so the fonts, you can also, if you really like these fonts, you can come down here and also see what those fonts are, and that will allow us to create the same thing and duplicate that in other types of posts. And it also does a thing where it will give you some other examples. Like if you don't like that, maybe you might like one of these down here. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this template. So I'm just going to click use template, and you can see another tab opens. I could always go back here to templates and that's one thing that I really like about Canva, is that it's easy to go back and forth, and it's easy to make changes. It's easy to undo things. It's easy to redo things. So in this template, maybe we don't love this, this font. We don't like the way that this looks. I'm wishing you an exciting day. I mean, that's kind of cute. Let's say we don't like that font. So I'm just going to click on it and highlight everything, and then go up to the top here. And I clicked on this drop down menu. And so you can see the fonts that are being used are the Architect's Daughter and Cabin Sketch, which is this Happy Easter text right here. Let's say, and the cool thing is you can scroll down, and if you have the free version of Canva, any of the design elements that have this crown by them, those are pro elements. So those are paid elements. If you have a free account, you can buy credits. So let's say that you want to use this font in a design. It will allow you to pay for it. Like you'd be able to add it to your design and see what the end result looks like. When you go to download it or have it printed, then Canva's going to ask you, are you going to use your Canva credits, or are you going to pay for this individually? And so you get, most of them are one-time use credits. So you're not buying that font for lifetime use. I know that's how it was when I first started using the free Canva for some of the design elements that I've used. So let's say we want to try this font, this Adventime font. I'm just going to click on it. And then you can see over here, it automatically changes that font style. Let's say I want to try that. So this is like a really easy way for us to just look and see, maybe we like different handwriting script as opposed to what they used. And we can just keep clicking until we find something that we like better, or maybe we never find anything that is as good as the other font that was up there. Usually the design templates are pretty spot on with what they're using. But sometimes we maybe have a specific font style that we want to stick with. And this gives us the opportunity to stay within that stylization. So anyway, so you can see there's a ton of different options for our font styles. Some of them you might love, and some of them you may never want to see again. Like this wouldn't be terrible. This isn't terrible with that design, but you'd want to make sure that you use this one and change this bottom font. But something I want to show you is as I scroll up, so now I can click on the actual font, and it'll tell me which ones are in my design. Oops, sorry, over here. Click on this, and then it will, the check mark in that pull down menu. So now I'm on Architect's Daughter, and now I'm back on Cabin Sketch. So if I wanted to switch this back to Architect's Daughter, I can just click on Architect's Daughter and it switches it back. So that's a really easy way to change the font. Now, if we wanted to change, like, let's say we don't love this color palette because we're actually going to use an image in our upload. So if you look over here on that side panel here, there's templates, uploads, photos, elements, text, styles, all these different things are available. So I have a few images that I've uploaded for my business and for things that I've used. And so I could scroll through here and see if there's an image that would better suit what I'm trying to go for. So I'm just going to pick my macaron image and see, since that is a image template, it automatically fits it. It automatically sizes the image into that rectangle space. So I double clicked on it, and now you can see the bounding markers. So let's say I didn't want it to be cropped the way that it's cropped. I can move that image around and find a position that I like better. Or another option is I could make this, nope, it won't let me. It doesn't let you make it smaller, not fit in that photo box. If you're, you can't shrink it down. But anyway, so let's say I like this framing. I mean, I would pick something different, but this is basically it. And now this color palette over here doesn't match. So what I could do is I click on the whole image, and you can see up here, it has this color box. If I click on that color box, it brings up these other colors. And the new feature on Canva, which I love, is they pull the image colors into a palette. So let's say I wanted to change that box over on the side to be more in line with the palette of the image. Like, so you can easily go through and see which one works with that background. And personally, I'm kind of digging this. So if I'm going to stick with this image, I really like the way that looks. I might go in and change the color of the text, which I could do by clicking on that and then going up to the letter and then click on text color. And then it opens up text color. Maybe I want to throw that yellow poppy color from the plate in there. And so there you have it. We took a simple design and we made it unique to us. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom.
Hey, Roxanne, so someone had a question. Can you put video into these posts?
Yes, we're going to get there. So I have my logo for my business uploaded, and I always like to add my logo. So I just clicked on it, and then it just added my logo into this design, and I can place, oops, not like that. To pull it off. Oh, go right there. And then there's my logo. I can put it there. Oops. Or I can move it back over here, which I think it pops better over here. So I'd probably leave it there. And then let's say I wanted to add some more text to this. So the other cool thing about Canva is there's a ton of text layouts that you could use. Like, let's say you wanted to create a menu of services. They have this cool special selections thing formatted. So I'm going to just click on it, and then it appears in my design. And I'm just going to do this and position, and I'm just going to move that to the front so that there we go. So now only this is showing up. And so just so you can see, and then I can click on each element and make it specific to my business, my product or service. But I'm going to go ahead and just click Command Z and undo all of that. And now I'm back to my original design. I just wanted to show you, you can use these pre-designed templates. So let's say that I'm going to change this to free yoga March 31st. See how the text isn't fitting as I'm customizing it? So I have some options here. I can come up top to the top and make the text smaller until it fits within the space that I need it to fit, which is cool. Or I could have made this box bigger. So someone asked about adding video. So I'm going to go back to my uploads. And if you look at the top, there's images and there's videos and there's audio. So I have a short video already loaded. So I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to drag it over, and then it just goes right into that box. So I can, because I shot this in that portrait mode, it fits perfectly in that photo box. So I could do a preview of it by going up here and clicking on that play button. And then it just shows me what it would look like. I mean, I would move the logo and I would do different things, but there we go. Now you've got video added to your Canva design that's going to go on your Facebook page, and it's branded. I mean, you would add your links and your whatever you need to add to it, and make it custom to your business. I'd probably move this back over here. Stop it. And be good there, so that you can see the logo better. And I'd probably add my website, and in the actual social media post, all the appropriate links and information. So that's a Facebook post. If I wanted to download this, I'm going to go ahead and do Command Z, and put it back to what it was. Actually, I'm going to change the text again. There's a happy Easter friend. And let's say, okay, so because if I'm going to download this, I want to save it on my computer. So I'm going to click this arrow pointing down to the line. So you have different options for downloading. It will give you a suggested download format, but as we all know, PDFs don't go on Facebook. However, if we were printing it, we would definitely want to download it as a PDF. I usually either download as a PNG, which is a high quality photo image, or I download as a JPEG. Usually JPEGs are a decent enough quality for Facebook or any online social media posting. So I would probably just pick a JPEG. You can change like the pixel sizes. You can change the quality. And all that is doing is just changing the sharpness or the quality of the image, the number of pixels in your image. And this, again, this is a feature only on the Pro version. So, but if you were on the free version, you would still have these options for downloading. And then I just click download. And then it gives you this cool little quote: while you're waiting, creativity takes courage. And if you're like, wait, I want to make another change, you could make that change. And then it also, like, would you like to print this? You could decide to do a print if you were going to make this into postcards or something. And then you can do the print job. But now this is in my downloads folder. So if I were to click in my downloads folder, you would see that, but I set mine up so that you can see right here. And there's my design. And now I could take this and put it into Facebook. I could use it on my website. I could use it just about anywhere. So that's creating a Facebook post. I'm going to show you how to create. So creating an Instagram post is pretty much the same, except that I'm going to go ahead and click off of this. And except you just select that you're going to create an Instagram post, and then everything is square. So all the post options are square, and I'm just going to randomly pick. So let's say I want to do, again, we want to stay in that Easter. I can spell EASTER, Instagram post. And then again, it's going to pull up Instagram posts that have been created already, or designs that have already been created that are Instagram posts. So I'm going to show you this really quick. I'm going to go back to that first design that we created for Facebook. Now we know that Instagram posts are square posts. So, and this is more rectangular. This is more postcard size. The cool thing about the Pro version is that I can take this and resize it. So I could pick custom dimensions, or because I know I'm going to do an Instagram post, I can click on Instagram post. And again, this is a feature for the Pro version. So then I always click copy and resize, because I want to keep the original Facebook size. So copy and resize, and now it's opening up another tab. And so it reformatted it for Instagram. So now I can, do some changes here where I just lengthen everything out. And, I just move things. Oops. This is what happens when you're trying to do a transparency in an image box. So, I can make these bigger now. So you would just do some minor adjustments, but basically this is how you can easily go from a Facebook sized image to a Instagram sized image. And, you have to do a little bit of finagling to make it fit and look right again, but it's that fast. Imagine having to rebuild that for every single platform that you're going to use it on. Let's say I wanted to, and you could do multiple resizes. So let's say I want to do let's see, I want to find YouTube, maybe. So I could select multiple things. I could do a label, I could do a postcard, a brochure, an invitation. I could do all of those and then click copy and resize, and I'm just going to do it because we're here. And then I don't want to allow pop-ups, but anyway, so now all of those are resized to, oh, maybe not. Where did they go? Oh, because I denied it. It didn't let me do it. But anyway, so you can have those multiple resized designs, or you can just go in and pick a new template. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. Again, you have all those cool features down below where it tells you which graphic it used, the photos that it used. And I just want to show you something. If you're not a photographer or you're not great at taking photos, but you want to have this to look professional, but you don't really love the photos that are used. Again, most of these are paid. So I just went over to that far left panel and I clicked on photos. And so you can see there's a ton of different images here. And most of these are free. If you scroll, if you put your mouse over them, you know, that little crown with the pro by it will tell you if that's a free image to you, as if you're a free Canva user. Then you know, if you do have the free version and you click a pro image, it'll go into your design so you can see it, but it will have the Canva logo watermark over the top of the image. And then when you finish your design, then you can pay for those elements. So I want to find images that are Easter. Let's see, I want to find Easter bunnies. So now it pulls up all the images, all the photos that are available in Canva that include an Easter bunny. So I think this one's really cute. So I'm just going to click on it. So options, you can click on it and then it pulls itself into your design. So you can see now it's over here. Another option, so I'm going to delete that. Another option is to do what I did with the video, where you click on it and then drag it over to the place where you want it to go. So now it's fit in there. Let's say that it's perfect. It's a perfect fit. That never happens. Let's say I want to use this other bunny here that is getting into the basket. Now that doesn't really fit in with this palette, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and pop them in there and it automatically resized it. But let's say I want more of the basket. And so I can adjust it that way where the crop is. And that doesn't look terrible. And, you know, so you could put your product images or you could use the images that are available in Canva. So there's tons of options. So let's say we're going to go back here. So now you can see how easy it is to create from the templates that are in Instagram. And I wanted to show you over here, this bad boy. The teal and orange. So creating Instagram stories are very similar to Facebook stories. Again, the cool thing is it's already sized correctly in order to fit into my Instagram story. And I'm just gonna do this really quick. So this is one that I selected from, I typed in Instagram story in that search that we've been doing. And I just scrolled down until I found one that I really liked. And I don't have very many videos loaded to Canva because that's a newer feature. But I'm just gonna add my yoga videos into each of these. So next month, one of the classes that we're going to be offering is about photography, using your smartphone to photograph and video for your social media. So I just want you to pay attention, like this is portrait mode. And like, if I were to put those same videos into these templates, you can see how it's cut off now. So we want to have our design when we're thinking about what we're photographing and what we're videoing, we want to try really hard to have the end design in mind. You know, what am I going to be using this image for? And what am I going to be using this video for? So now all I'm doing, this template is really cool. I love it. I can take images that I've already created and just add those. No, I'm going to use this one because it's portrait and just pop it in there. Come on, it might not want to go because it's not a video. I don't know. I'm going to try it again. There we go. So you can see if I would have added this other image, it would be a more close-up and I could crop it so that it looks better. But this one, because of the orientation of the shot, it fits much better if I wanted more of that foreground of water. Now, the other cool thing, and I'm just going to show you this here, is like if I want the photo to flip it, I could flip it horizontally. So now she's going in a different direction, because when we're doing Instagram stories, subconsciously, we want people to think to continue forward. So maybe that would be a good direction to have her pointing. The other thing is I'm on the image. I can go up here to filters, and I can just pick, different filters. So you can see that kind of makes it a little bit more exciting and fun than, the other filters than the original editing or lack thereof. Or see, there's none. And then adding that solar, how it changes it. And I could increase it. Like there's 100%. Woo! That looks bright and poppy and exciting, but it doesn't really fit that kind of rustic looking template. So that's basically how you could take an already created template, just pop your stuff in, you could change the text, you could add logos, you could do all kinds of things. Now, when we're doing multiple panel projects like this, multiple screens, so as I'm scrolling down, there's multiple pages, I guess is what I should say. And just for demonstration purposes, before I show you the other thing, if you wanted to add another page, you would just click add page, and then it gives you a blank template to start from, or I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Or let's say I really like this and I just want to duplicate it, or I really like this one and I want to duplicate. You just click on that duplicate page, and then it'll duplicate, and then you can move it down in the lineup so that you don't have the same color back to back. So that's an easy way to make those changes. So let's say, okay, I want to download this, but I only want this first page. So we click on downloads. Because there's video, we want to make sure we're downloading in the correct format, which is that MP4 format. So you can see that all pages are selected. There's 5 pages, but I only want the one page. So I could select the individual pages that I want to download, which is this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to click done, and then click download. And then it's going to download. If I changed the text on this, I would probably add this to my Instagram story. And the way that I have my Instagram page set up, my Instagram stories go to my Facebook page, my Facebook business page. Because my Instagram page and my Facebook page are business pages. My personal Instagram, which I don't use anymore, is linked to my personal Facebook. So whichever account is linked to your Instagram, that's where that duplicate story could go, which is really nice because then you're utilizing all those tools in your design, in your social media. And so there it is. I can play it. There's no sound. Oh, there is music. So this template had music already added to it, and I just didn't notice. So that's something to also pay attention to. If you're using templates that are video, check the audio. So that would be a cool thing just to throw up on my my Instagram stories and have a cool little presentation for my people. All right, so we've got Facebook post, we got Instagram post, we got Facebook and Instagram story. I'm going to go ahead and come back over here to my slides really quick and make sure. So find the right template, use custom dimensions. We did that. Save your design. We did that. Upload images to Canva. Did I show you guys how to do that? I don't think I did. I'm going to show you that. So let's say I'm going to go over to this beautiful design. And you can see that I do have some custom images that are uploaded. These are specific to my business. Let's say that I want to upload another image. Let's see, here's one that I took. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna click on it. I just opened up my Finder, or I don't know what the PCs call it, but the window where you find your files. And I'm just gonna click on it and drag it over. So you can see I'm just hovering it over there, and I'm just gonna click and just let go. And now, because my computer is being overworked, there it goes. Now it's starting to load. So now I have that custom image loaded into my Canva. So I can use that whenever I want to in my designs. So one last thing that I want to show you, and I'm going to go ahead and let that finish doing its thing. I'm going to go back to home, and then I'm just going to I'm going to create a design. I'm going to do an Instagram post. So this is another way you can get to different designs. I mean, there's so many things that we can do in Canva. You can do a presentation. I'm just going to click on this really quick so you can see some of the options. So even though this is blank, which is cool, we don't have to pre-select the template. Like we can just say, I want to do a presentation. A, we can start from scratch and just start putting everything in. Or B, we can look over here and select a template that we like and add those slides in as we go. And this one I think is animated, but anyway, so you get the idea. Presentations, and then you just customize all these little things. So someone already did all the work of putting all this cool stuff in, and we just have to pick and customize it to what we need it to be. And that, I mean, that's so powerful, that thing that Canva has done. You can make a book cover. Once we get out of screen share, I'll show you another thing that I created in using Canva for my business, and it was a photo book. So I'm just clicking on, I hope I clicked on Instagram post. So let's say we want to just create something from scratch. Now I just uploaded this image, so I'm not going to use it. I want to use this basket image because I want to show you something, another cool thing about using Canva Pro. So if this is not a transparent background, it kind of looks transparent because it's white on white. But if I were to go in and add some text, let's just do this one. I'm going to change it to Julie's Baskets. I'm going to change the size so that all fits on one line. I mean, I could expand this box out until the baskets gets on one line. So if I were to do this, and then I'm going to just reposition. So I don't know if you saw me do this before, but you can move stuff to the front or to the back. So now you can see that this is a rectangle. And I want to remove that white background. I want Julie's Baskets to show through the back of that design. So what I can do is click on the image so that the bounding box is around the image. And I'm going to go to effects. And again, this is a pro thing, pro option. So you can see all these different effects that I could add. But what I want to do is remove the background. And this is another new feature in Canva. And I just click background remover, and now it's going to do its magic. So it's just going to calculate pixels. And if you're someone who does a lot of product work and you have images of your products and you're going to need to remove the backgrounds, this is a fantastic tool. Again, this is worth its weight in $119.99. So now now you can see a little bit of that text behind the baskets. If I wanted to move that text up here, just to give it a little bit different effect, whereas before you wouldn't be able to see that. And this just, it makes kind of a cool little effect. And you can do different things. I mean, this isn't a design that I would necessarily go with for this particular project, but I mean, just to give you that idea. If I'm going to go back over here to upload, so you can just see, I'm just going to pop this right over the top. Move it down, move it around. So just to give you some context, this is the image without the background removed. And then this is it with the background removed. So it's just, I mean, it just adds such a cool element to your designs. Another thing that I've done is you can take and I mean, this is just an example of how good this works is, you know, even though the background is a nice part of this image, what I can do is go up here to effects, background remover. It's going to remove the background. And this next thing that I'm going to show you is something new that they just started to add. Like, let's say they remove, like, it does such a good job, but like you can see right here, which I don't want this part of the image in here anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But now the background is gone, and I'm just gonna, so to change the background color here, I'm gonna go over here to background. I'm gonna just turn it to a solid color of black. Actually, I'm gonna do gray, because then you can, why did I do it like that? Making my life difficult. So I'm gonna go black, and I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna pick the gray, because then you can kind of see a little bit better, like where the cutout might have, you know, maybe it took too much of her dress because of the white background. I could go back over here to effects, and before I did all that other stuff, and adjust it to where I add, that's not where you would go to do it, but you could add or subtract some of that removed background. Let's see what it does after I do it twice. I'm just curious. But you can see over here, let's say it took, like, let's say I want this part of her dress to be gone. I can click on erase and then go, and then it opens it up like that. And I could take a little bit more of her dress. Like maybe I want to make her look really, really tiny. Or maybe I just want all of this part of the image to be gone. I was thinking I was going to get, oh, I can change the brush size over here. So if I want the brush to be bigger, again, this is a new thing added. Let's say I took too much off, and I can click the restore, and then I can add it back. So I think that's just super cool. And then I just hit done, and now it's cropped. So if I lift it up, you don't see her legs and things anymore. But anyway, so then I could add text, you know, over here, however you would want to. And, you know, then you have another really cool design. Where we are running low on time, and I want to make sure that I get any questions answered. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen share, and I'm going to check if there's any questions in the Q&A. I don't see any questions. Yay. So I've answered them throughout. Thank you, Lynn, for marking those. Is there anyone, you know, if you want to raise your hand, or, you know, post the question in the Q&A section. There's so much in Canva that we can do for our businesses. Like I said, I did this background in Canva just right before we started. I was putting the finishing touches on it. But it's such a powerful tool for so many reasons. It's a great way also to do like just a mock-up of an idea. Maybe you need to send something to a graphics designer to have them do like a finalized look and feel of a design. You could do a quick little mock-up, and which I've done, and, you know, send it to the designer. Then they can make it look like a professional designed product, or end at the end with the end result. It is super fun. I wish I had more time to get in there and just really experiment with all the new stuff. Like, you can animate text, there's so many things that you can create within Canva that are just so, like, just about everything that I create on social media is created from Canva. And the free version is powerful as well. Any other questions? I try to pack as much info in these presentations as I can, because there really is like so much, but I definitely want to make sure that I answer any questions that might come up. So I'm going to go ahead and post that I can't speak bit.ly link for the Canva. And so someone in here, they're doing a book cover for a mock-up. Where I use Apple, I use the other cool thing about having the Pro version is I can open up the app on my phone, and all the designs that I've created on my desktop are on my phone. So like I can open up my iPad. I like doing it on the iPad better because I can use my pencil to do changes than my phone. It's a little bit more cumbersome to try to make changes using your smartphone, but you can definitely use it on Apple products. Yes. Anything else? And the other cool thing, like if you're doing a lot of Zoom things, you know, I need to put my green screen up. I just haven't set it up yet, and then you wouldn't be getting all like you can kind of see my background when I lift up my hands, but like you could do a background that's branded to your organization or your business. You could have an image of your products kind of off to the side. So, you know, while you're teaching a Zoom class, you're also, your logo's there, your organization's logo's there, you know, and that can be kind of powerful. Having a green screen though makes it so that you don't get tracers like this, which can be really distracting. And
that's
you know,
what I was going to ask you, Roxanne, because I actually have a green screen and I didn't know that. That's one reason why I haven't used virtual backgrounds, because I don't like the distracting things that you get. So I didn't realize that a green screen would.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. And then make sure that when you do use your green screen, that in the Zoom settings for virtual backgrounds that you click that you're using a green screen, because then it's so beautiful. But my problem is I have like a paper green screen background and not one that pops up, so I can just pop it up really quick.
Yeah, mine is humongous. It's quite a chore to put up.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just taping it to one of my walls. Yeah, you're bringing in your own video clips. That's also, I love that they did that. And you can bring in your own audio clips as well. So like, for example, if I were doing some yoga pose demonstrations and I didn't necessarily want people to hear me breathing or whatever instruction I'm giving during a class, I could do a voiceover where I'm saying, okay, see that alignment or whatever it would be. It's just super cool. So it's continuously changing and adding more layers and more accessibility. And in the 5 years that I've been using Canva, from the free version to paying, I think originally I paid $99 a year, and they've only increased it with all of these upgrades and all of these additional tools by $20. And, you know, and to be able to remove a background from an image as effectively as Canva does is worth it in the time that it saves me trying to do it in Photoshop. Oh, awesome, Camille. Sweet. All right. Well, that's all I have. If there's no more questions, I'm going to let you be free. And I appreciate you so much being here. And check back in next month for the next month's webinar, where I'll be talking about using your smartphone to create those videos, to create those images that you'll use in Canva or that you'll just use for your design work or promotional materials. Because there's an art to it. There's things that we can do to improve those images and things that we that we, just little tips as a photographer that I'd love to share with you. All right. Thank you. Have an amazing day, everybody. And again, I appreciate you so much being here.